Hello, how are we today? Rick McBride with Your Property Masters, the home of the Masters Marketing Program that gets you top dollar for your property or your business, depending on what you're trying to sell. Today we're going to talk about how do we value your property. Very important to value your property properly. There's a tongue twister, huh? Very important to value your property properly. If you price it too low, then obviously you're not putting enough money in your pocket. It sells really fast. Although in today's market, some things sell really fast no matter what you price them at. Or if you price it too high, then it stays on the market too long. And when it stays on the market too long, it starts to get stale. And then you end up getting less than if you had actually priced it low. I don't know if you've been ever shopping in a market, in a seller's market before though, but a lot of times banks especially, will price their property extremely low, and that's part of their marketing technique in order to create a bidding frenzy. They actually get more for it, whereas traditional sellers tend to want to price their property high and come down, and often that hurts you. That pricing strategy hurts you. So what we like to do first of all is take a combination of multiple factors. The most important factor, and the one that you pay us for all our expertise, is the market conditions. Knowing the market conditions. Used to be market conditions were ebb and flow every 6 months or so. They would kind of rock back and forth. But in today's information society, where everything is boom, 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 we have accurate, instant data at our fingertips. What'll happen sorry about that. What'll happen is you will have multiple. We all know what the market is, so the market changes like this, more like it's versus the slow boat ride versus now we're talking about a jet airplane. That's how fast the market moves. So you have to be in touch with the market, and that's where our expertise comes in. You also have to know the neighborhood trends, specific to maybe the neighborhood you live in, maybe the city you live in, and then of course the state that you live in. People moving out of the state, people moving into the state. Here in Florida, 1.2 million people moved into the state in the last 2 years, so it's still definitely a seller's market. National trends we have to keep in touch with, but real estate is local, 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 local. Right? We also have to know the other parts of the market. We have to know the availability of funds and how easy it is for potential buyers to get loans. How many buyers there are in the market, and what's going on in the economy in general. Have to know all that stuff to factor it into where we want to price your property. It's all part of our Master City program. We also do what's called a comparative market analysis. We'll take all the solds in your neighborhood, compare them to yours, add or subtract from yours depending on whether they had a pool, you have a pool, that type of thing. And that will tell us what's happening in the past. The second thing we'll compare them to is the pendings. That means properties that are on the market right now. And pendings will tell us, hey, this is pretty much a good snapshot of today. But really what we need to price your house is for tomorrow. Because you're not going to sell for, by the time you close and the person gets their loan, it's not going to sell for probably, 45 days, 30, 45 days, maybe as long as 60 days, depending on what type of loan they're getting. So we have to know where the market's going and where to price your home. You don't want to be the cheapest house in the market, or maybe you do, but you don't want to be the most expensive either. Or maybe that's your marketing strategy, I don't know. But this is what we do. We sit down with you, we figure out your needs, we analyze your needs and your conditions. We come up with a price range at that point, and then you decide where you want to price your house based on your needs, our analysis, and the market conditions. There's 3 ways basically to price your house. If you need to get out of it quick, you don't really care about getting top dollar, then we price it at the low end range, probably get a bid like this in today's market. Or you can price it more traditionally, where we price it at or slightly above, because the market tends to be trending up, market price, and that'll typically take 45 to 60 days to sell. Or if you have a long time, you're not in a hurry, don't really care about selling, you want to keep it on the market for a while, price it a little bit above market value, and then it'll sell in 120 days, 6 months, something like that. You just have to understand that it's going to take that level of time to sell. Again, I'm Rick McBride with Your Property Masters. We are the home of the Masters Marketing Plan that gets you top dollar for your property or business. If you'd like us to come out and take a look at your property or business and let you know what we think it's worth, call or text us at 386-866-1007.